Hey guys, welcome back into the Stokastic YouTube channel. My name is Geoff Ulrich, and in this video, we're going to be talking a little bit of no house advantage for NFL Sunday Night Football Week 10. We got the Chargers visiting the 49ers. We've got a pretty big line between these two teams as well, getting up to 7.5 in favor of the 49ers. So a couple pretty good teams for primetime, not lying here. A lot better than what we've seen from a lot of primetime games lately. Should be good. Obviously, get a look at Christian McCaffrey as well. Obviously, we're going to be talking about no house advantage in this video. If you're new to the site, a couple different ways to play there. There's the Pick'em contest, which we're mainly going to be touching on in this video, creating prop-based style lineups, giving them all different values, and then throwing them in big contests and trying to take home big prizes against other people with other lineups. There's also the versus the house contest, though, on no house advantage. That one, you're just creating your own parlay style tickets, big multipliers, putting them in against the house and trying to win those big money. But regardless of how you're playing on no house advantage, if you use promo code Stokastic and you're new to the site, you can get a $50 match deposit bonus. Again, promo code Stokastic. It's a great way to sign up because obviously you're getting free money when you deposit anyways, and you can try out the site. You can build your bankroll. You can do whatever with it, really. It's just a great promo that No House Advantage is running. Promo code Stokastic for a $50 match deposit bonus. And this Sunday, there's also a $15K guaranteed, $5K to first, again, versus the house contest. That's what we're going to be touching on in this video. So there's been overlay on No House Advantage. I say it's every video, guys, but definitely check it out. Great contest there, big first prizes, and this is for like every primetime slate in NFL too. So overlay, deposit bonus, all that good stuff, and now you get my picks. So we'll try to make those good as well this week. I got 4 picks coming at you guys, and like I mentioned, San Francisco pretty heavy favorites here, and we're coming off a game where Christian McCaffrey really broke out. He had just under 100 rush yards. He touched the ball about 27 times. Some of that was through the air, actually 26 times. Some of that was as a receiver, obviously. Look, I expect him to get involved as a receiver, but what do we know about the Los Angeles Chargers? Man, their rush defense stinks. I like going over 85.5 Christian McCaffrey rush yards here. It's a big number. It is, especially for a guy who basically have like a 1-2 game sample size on San Francisco, but man, I mean, I think that the 49ers, extra week to integrate Christian McCaffrey going up against the Chargers. They're kind of in a must-win game here. They got to keep pace with the Seahawks. Real opportunity to grab hold of the division. I think Christian McCaffrey smashes this number out of the ballpark. I think you will see him rush the ball a ton here. I don't think he'll necessarily have the receiving numbers that he did in that last game. He'll get usage, but I expect San Francisco to take control of this game right from the start. I think the Chargers are super banged up on offense. That's just going to mean more snaps for McCaffrey, more touches. Again, we got that nice sample. We've seen him in this offense now. We got another week to go. We do have him projected as a solid over, even at 85.5 rushing yards. I know it's a little bit bigger than we're seeing across the industry, but I think Christian McCaffrey in for a big night. As I said, Chargers rush defense been bottom 3 all year. It's the place we want to attack it. Let's take the easy money here. Let's go over 85.5 rush yards with Christian McCaffrey. Okay. All my other picks going to be on the Chargers here because I do think that we have a very sort of narrow situation at forming with the Chargers. Williams out, Keenan Allen, I don't know. He just practices like 1 day a week and then he goes out. He doesn't play anymore. So the receivers, very concentrated. We know what we're going to get. We got Josh Palmer out there, Everett. But then the guy I like is actually DeAndre Carter. We're going to go over 42.5 receiving yards. It's a big number. But again, don't forget, we're talking about a DFS contest here. You've got to think a little bit of game theory, a little bit of strategy. DeAndre Carter's been on the field a lot for the Chargers. That is not going to change this week. Easily over 80% of the snaps, all those games, without Keenan Allen. And he's been a pretty solid producer. He's gone over this number a few times now. And again, like what kind of game are we going to be getting from the Los Angeles Chargers? We're going to be getting a game where Justin Herbert drops back a ton. He already leads the league in pass attempts. You cannot attack the San Francisco 49ers on the ground. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, but you've got to attack them through the air. DeAndre Carter is probably going to be a pivotal player for the Chargers, whether they want him to be or not. 42.5. We actually have this projected as a slight over or like a neutral target. So it's not even at this inflated total. It's not a bad projection for us to go to the over. I like going over here as well, especially for the contest. I don't think many people are going to be using this prop, but Carter's been out there a ton. I think he's a good over target tonight. Let's stick with the Chargers. As I said, you can't run against the San Francisco 49ers. It just doesn't happen. They don't allow 100-yard rush games. They don't allow like 60-yard rush games. And now you've got Austin Ekeler with a 50.5 rushing total here. I really like the under on this one. We have Ekeler projected for as a very strong under on this number. So, we have him projected for under 50 rush yards. And the thing you have to remember about Ekeler, he's not really a traditional, what you'd call bell cow back. He does get the touches. The touches are always there for Ekeler, but he's also like limited usually to about a 70% snap rate. He just gets his touches as a receiver. He's a terrific receiver. Coming in with, I can barely even count this side, 29 receptions over his last 3 games. But the touches, he's maxed out at 14 carries in those last 3 games as well. 14 carries against the 49ers, that's no guarantee of anything. Even though Austin Ekeler is very efficient with his touches, I think 50.5 is just a little bit too big here. This was in the mid 40s. Maybe we'd sneak in and over, but at 50.5, again, you just do not want to run against the San Francisco 49ers. They've been a good rush defense all year. I see no reason for that to change tonight at home. Even though Ekeler, like I said, can be efficient with his touches, he may be in a situation here where he only gets 8 rushes because the 49ers are up so much in this game because of their own rushing attack. So I think Austin Ekeler, a very, very strong underplay here at 50.5. And I'm not even sure how popular this will be in those DFS contests in the pick'em contest, because again, like, do people really want to take unders on Austin Ekeler? Who's been so good to them all year? But I think it's a good spot to do that. Let's go under Austin Ekeler, 50.5 rush yards. Last one, I was a little bit struggling with how to handle Justin Herbert in this game. I do think he's going to drop back a ton here. I think you could see him push for 40, 45 pass attempts. And, he's got a big passing total. It's in the 270 range. I don't really want to go over that either, though. San Francisco, pretty solid pass defense. And this just could be one of those nights where, Herbert just isn't very efficient with his pass attempts, even if he does throw 40 times. There's just a lot of scenarios when you're getting a total like that against a good pass defense that the under can hit. One prop I do like for Justin Herbert, I like to go over 0.5 interceptions here. He's thrown an interception in each of his last 3 games. He doesn't have his best receivers out there helping him. When you don't have your best receivers out there helping you, things can tend to just get, a little bit off kilter quick. He hasn't worked with these guys as much as he has with Keenan Allen over the last couple years. I think Justin Herbert's a good bet to throw an interception here. We have him projected for just around 0.8 interceptions. Again, it's a strong play to go over here, and I do not mind taking that at all. Again, I don't think this will be a highly owned prop either. Justin Herbert, a pretty solid quarterback. People like him. He's a good fantasy producer. Generally, people don't want to, bet against a guy like Justin Herbert, but a 7-point underdogs here, 7.5 on the road. Probably going to be throwing late in this game. 49ers pretty healthy on defense now. And like I said, Herbert's thrown an interception each of his last 3 games. The lack of receivers are starting to hurt Justin Herbert. I think he goes over 0.5 interceptions. That's going to be our last one. So quick recap. Christian McCaffrey over 85.5 rush yards. DeAndre Carter over 42.5 receiving yards. And we're going to go Austin Ekeler under 50.5 rush yards and Justin Herbert over 0.5 interceptions. Just need 1 interception, Justin. Come through for us. So those are going to be our 4 big ones that we target, guys. Again, big 15K guaranteed, 5K to first contest on No House Advantage for Week 10 Sunday Night Football. Check it out, guys. There's overlay. There's big contests for each primetime slate. Promo code Stokastic. If you're new to No House Advantage, use that to sign up. $50 match deposit bonus. There's free projections for No House Advantage, guys, over on Stokastic.com. I forgot to mention that earlier. Check those out after you're done watching this video. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the Stokastic YouTube channel if you could. Most importantly, have yourselves a great Sunday Night Football. I'm Geoff Ulrich. We'll talk to you again soon.